Hey everyone, I just got back from the AMC Burbank 15 where Alan and I saw Tron ARES. That's right. We are Alan is still driving home, but I posted our out of the theater reaction, a very brief reaction to the film. Alan and I pretty much agreed, although we didn't go into great detail. I think we both agreed the script is pretty weak. Alan will be here shortly. Until he gets here, a couple things. Hey everyone, good to see you late at night. I like doing a late night stream. It's a lot of fun. So we're gonna look at reactions in just a moment. But first, oh, here he is. Alan. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, programs.
I don't know what you're doing.
Hey, real quick, before we get into it, I want to let people know, go to shop.filmthreat.com. We have a special shirt, Tron inspired shirt at shop.filmthreat.com. And I am actually wearing the shirt as we speak. There you go.
I know, when you see the movie, you will be inspired to buy the Film Threat Tron unisex shirt.
Yes. But before we get into our reactions, Alan, let's look at some of the reactions on X. I looked up the hashtag Tron ARES. A lot of people had things to say. These are the early reactions, which dropped at 9:30, and we put up our video quick reaction. Here we go on Twitter. Jonathan Sim, Tron ARES is extraordinary in every way. Wow. It fuses the tech of Tron with the real world to mind-blowing results. More practical stunts and more epic sci-fi action, a visual spectacle that must be seen in IMAX. A non-stop action-packed feast for the senses.
Yeah. And if you've seen the trailers, you know exactly what he's talking about.
Scott Menzel. Tron ARES is an audiovisual spectacle, a film that was made to be experienced in IMAX 3D.
But did he see it in IMAX 3D?
I'm not sure.
He was there with us in the theater.
Daniel Baptista says Tron ARES is thrilling, pulse-pounding, and a visual spectacular. The real star of the show is the mind-melting soundtrack by Nine Inch Nails, which methodically matches every moment. Story may be simple, but the IMAX experience more than makes up for it. We need to see a sequel. Shabazz. Tron ARES is the year's best looking movie and made for IMAX. Bold reds, breathtaking design, and a thunderous soundtrack you'll be replaying nonstop. A visual and sonic triumph, even if a weak story and flat characters hold it back. Weak story, you say?
Yeah. And flat characters.
Wow. Anthony Gagliardi, who's still at TIFF, I guess.
Gagliardi.
Gagliardi. Tron ARES is the coolest looking film you'll see this year, fueled by an electrifying Nine Inch Nails score. Every frame pulses with style and energy. The story may not fully grip you. The story, you say. But it's a full-on sensory experience that looks incredible in IMAX.
You know, I think Anthony forgot Thunderbolts.
Right. The Hollow Files says Tron ARES is a modern sci-fi masterpiece, epic, stunning visuals that demand to be seen in IMAX, accompany a story that never stops moving. The phenomenal music from Nine Inch Nails is a character unto itself, extremely approachable for those unfamiliar with the previous films. There's a lot.
I know. I need to do better about writing reviews that are quote worthy. I mean, these guys are pretty good at it.
Yeah, they're good. We suck at it. Why don't you and I should read every other one? Why don't you read this one?
Yeah, from Jones Vibes. Tron ARES was everything I could have wanted from the franchise. A certified banger. The 9 Inch Nails score absolutely rips. It's a visual feast, and the AI-driven plot was surprisingly compelling and relevant. Greta Lee and Evan Peters are fantastic, and Leto was freaking badass. And few shaky dialogue moments, but the action and score make up for it. See this on the biggest screen possible. Hashtag Disney.
There you go. Brandon Davis, Tron ARES is visually astounding, and the Nin tracks go so hard. The story's middle portion is pretty thrilling and engaging before it gets a bit bogged with supporting cast saddled to expositional efforts in the third act. If you're going, it's an IMAX must. Your turn.
Yes, you got to scroll down. Okay.
I did.
Junior Felix, Junior Fett at Junior Fett. I love Tron ARES. It's a visually spectacular, dazzling feast for the eyes that goes all in and never gives up. It's fun, nostalgic, and full of incredible action sequences. Fans of the OG Tron will smile from ear to ear. He zooms much there. And that 9 Inch Nail score is masterful.
Okay.
That belongs on a poster.
Tessa Smith, Mama's Geeky. Tron ARES begs to be seen on the biggest screen possible. Are people just saying the same things?
You know, I didn't get the email from. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, see it on the biggest screen possible. The score is great. The story's weak. Are we spotting trends? Tron ARES begs to be seen on the biggest screen possible with the best sound system imaginable to take in its best parts. The 9 Inch Nail score is phenomenal, visually stunning, but suffers from a basic plot and basic characters. That said, Evan Peters is incredible as a villain.
Yeah. By the way, did you get an email from IMAX with talking points about watching this on the biggest screen?
I did not, but
I didn't get the email either.
My preference is IMAX. Deadline is just commenting here on this is basically by the way, Trent Reznor is listed as a executive producer.
Yeah, did you notice Joseph Kaczynski is also
there's Trent Reznor.
Oh my
god. There you go, on the red carpet. The world premiere happened at the same time.
I know. Funny how that works out.
Read this one.
Yeah, Zach Pope at Pope the King. Tron ARES is pure visual noise. A film that borrows tropes from every great AI sci-fi movie, but never digs deeper than the. This doesn't sound good. It's stylish, has awesome action, cool ideas, but emotionally empty. Thank God for the 9 Inch Nails score, which is truly the saving grace alongside Greta Lee.
Yeah,
I agree with 90%.
Alan. It's Grace Randolph.
Okay, do the voice.
I know you love her.
Yes, do the voice.
You know what? I watch Grace Randolph, and I want to know what she thinks.
Yeah.
Tron ARES checks all the boxes it needs to, and even a few more. Strongly recommend it in 3D. Otherwise, you'll be distracted for most of the movie thinking, damn, I should have seen this in 3D. I'll share more of my thoughts when the review embargo lifts at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Well, we get our embargo lifts at 9 a.m. Grace.
Should we do a show tomorrow, or let's just wait till Wednesday?
We don't need to.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, we'll talk on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good from Grace.
Yeah.
Adam Patla, bright visuals and a thumping Nine Inch Nails score can't distract from the mess that is Tron Ares. Whoa, mess.
Well,
Tron works best when it immerses us in a different world. And unfortunately, a lot of it happens in drab reality. Everyone in this is on autopilot through this messy screen.
Oh, no.
I gotta say, kind of agree with Adam. I'm gonna say I agree. Alan, read this one.
Okay. Sorry, okay. From Mike Reyes from at Mr. Controversy 83. Consider me glued to Tron Ares. While I think it holds back on deeper mythology for new fans, it's actually an advantage. It's a thrilling Tron adventure that blazes by with the perfect awkward Ares showcasing Jared Leto's program learning our world. I want/need more. That's a badly written tweet.
Right. Okay, my turn. Aaron Can Psycho thoroughly enjoyed what Tron Ares was throwing down. Hints of grander ideas go untouched, but being in that world again does plenty to satisfy. And obviously, it's an audiovisual treat to see on a huge screen and in 3D, no less. I'll be listening to the score for a while. Your turn.
Courtney Howard, Lulame Bell. Tron Ares aesthetics are slick, radical, and eye-popping, and the Nine Inch Nails score are new club classics that complement the visionary bedazzlement. The women, Greta Lee and Jodie Turner-Smith and Gillian Anderson, steal the show, elevating their material. Steals it by putting them in most of the movie.
Germain Lossier. Tron Ares is as basic as basic gets. Bare bones, straightforward story, emotions, and characters, which is fine. But it has really fun visuals and a very propulsive soundtrack and just enough Tron legacy to keep fans interested. Enjoyed it more than I didn't.
Juan, the award season expert. Oh, finally, we have an award season expert.
Shoot.
At Tron Ares is the next classic Disney spectacle. The action is great, visuals are stunning, and the score is everything. But this all has one big problem: Jared Leto's zero charisma. He does nothing but drag the movie with his odd, off-putting choices. A must-see in 3D. Okay.
Jonathan Sim goes on to say, I think we saw him before, but he said there were multiple moments while watching Tron Ares where I said to myself, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
He's got to see more movies.
Here you go.
Okay, Brandon Norwood at BJN Tweets. Tron Ares. Oh, you should have done the hashtag. Oh, he did it. Okay. Is a letdown. The script is weak. That does no favors to the new characters and has a big budget direct-to-video feel thanks to Joachim Running. At least the Nine Inch Nails score rules. Would love to know what Joseph Kaczynski Tron Ascension would have been.
Well, maybe now's a good time to we'll go through some of the chat comments and questions, and then let's do our own little social reaction here. But I want to say hi to Justin Curry, the new member, along with Flat Earth Math. Thank you. Archer, Merchant for 2 reacts, telling us bad without telling us it's bad. Maybe. And Adrian for 10. So it sounds like buy the soundtrack, skip the movie. Bold strategy. Let's see if it works out for them.
Yeah. I mean, they really leaned hard into Nine Inch Nails there.
That's true. Well, they're executive producers. And Epic Mike says, what up, y'all? Ololique, Tron Ares, I am what I am and like what I like and like it on the back of a motorbike in black leather. Didn't see that coming. Hey Mike. Bill S. Preston, Esquire, they're describing Tron like an Avatar film. True. Fun with collecting. Hail, Chris and Alan. I'm a huge Tron fan. This has to be the biggest franchise disappointment for me in the last 7 years.
Oh, you've seen it.
And what about the wokeness? It looked woke as hell, says MK Solid. We'll get into it in our full review. But Alan, if you could give a reaction, maybe say, how was Flynn and Tron in this? To wonder what's key too. Flynn is in it, a brief cameo. Tron is not in it.
Hold on. The movie Tron ARES doesn't have Tron in it?
No, Tron's not in the Tron movie. Alan, a brief reaction from you, maybe a little bit more than we said in our out of the field reaction.
Wow. I would say about a third way into the movie, I was bored out of my mind. And I think a lot of it has to do with, as some of the other critics here have said, very flat plot. A story that is just, hey, this happened, then this happened, then this happened, and this happened. The zero character development. Look, I the visuals are cool, but I feel like I have to go back to the original Tron and Tron Legacy and say that those were better. The 9 Inch Nails were fine. I think the beginning number really didn't come off well, but it picked up. It's a very different soundtrack, and I'll give them that. But I think if I was to compare it with Daft Punk, I would go with Daft Punk over 9 Inch Nails. Oh man. It's woke. I mean, it's not luxury woke, but it checks the DEI check boxes at the end.
100%. A really weak script. And a thing that I think where's the logic? What I miss in a film like this, there was a logic to the first movie, Tron. There was a logic. There's the real world. These are what programs are anthropomorphized in the computer digital world. There was a bit, like a cute thing, a bit. There were things made sense. In this, the way that they go into the real world and then come out of it and go into the computer world just doesn't make sense. The female characters are all perfect and great, as they even the one that is evil is really not that bad. So it's when you see a character like that, it's completely predictable what's going to happen because of who they are. Ultimately, it's the script that tanks it. I thought the score was good, not as good as Tron Legacy with Daft Punk. I like that score better. I do like the retro. There's a kind of a retro nod to the original Tron film. And the one thing here that really fails on every level, which no one mentioned, which is why I'll mention it, is there are attempts at humor that are cringeworthy.
Yeah.
I mean, just plain bad. It's like, I don't think the director understands humor. The movie is almost humorless. And I'll end on this. Greta Lee, there's a certain kind of acting in a spectacle movie that you have to do. She is a very good actress who should not have done this movie. This is going to do her no favors. She is a very good dramatic actress. I believe she can do things that have humor, but a big budget sci-fi spectacle is not in her wheelhouse as an actress. So I thought she was the weakest element in terms of all the actors. I thought she was very weak. And I'm sorry, Alan, I know she's Asian, So,
well, I mean, you're right. She's much better in dramatic roles than in
yeah,
action
like
movie.
she's
A
great.
sci-fi action.
Past lives, but this is like she doesn't know how to do a movie like this.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the range you need to like make me believe. And Jared Leto is just wooden. So,
Yeah. And also it's who she plays against as well. They're not doing her any favors either.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I didn't like certain character motivations are glossed over. Gillian Anderson also kind of like, I don't know. The script is really the weak
She brings
aspect.
gravitas to the movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, look, spoiler alert, but in the end, nostalgia wins the battle.
Right. And I'll also say that that on the positive side, there are some action sequences that are pretty damn impressive, and sound design that is like, I mean, like the theater was shaking.
Yeah.
So I quite enjoyed that. There are some it's not completely dismissible, but the action's wasted because no matter what the stakes, first of all, we know what the stakes are, but at the same time, there's a weird logic, like you're transporting back and forth between worlds. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, and you know what well, I mean, it's done through coincidence and happenstance, but you know, the first two movies, what was amazing about them is this world of Tron. You know, the first movie we'd never seen the world of Tron. It was done then with cheap computer graphics, but Tron Legacy was at least able to update that. This one, there is barely a world of Tron.
Yeah, most of the movie takes place in the real world.
Rooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes place in on Earth, and when you're in the computer world, you're in a room.
I think we're gonna leave it there and save it for Wednesday, where we'll do a non-spoiler review. We'll do a spoiler review on Friday when other people have had a chance to see it. But ultimately, for me, it was a disappointing movie, and in between the disappointing movie were some really jaw-dropping action scenes that I thought were there were a couple that I thought were amazing, but it didn't grab me. So, yeah. Your final thoughts?
Yeah, this movie was worse than I imagined it would be.
Yeah, I will say it was worse than I thought. The best comment was from a friend of mine, a critic, who's a friend, who said, "For me, the bar has been so low lately, I keep tripping on it." That's what she told me. We're just talking about movies in general.
Yeah.
And then this movie. So, yeah. Let's go to more comments here, and we'll but they're starting to sound the same.
Yeah. I
So,
mean,
would you read that? Would you read this one?
Yeah, from fan dads preparing for CIFF, Cincinnati International Film Festival, I guess. Tron Ares is visually stunning in IMAX, and the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack is fantastic. The story is just there. Among some of the great action moments, some of the dialogue felt choppy. Callbacks to the OG movie, catch a matinee and stay for the mid-credit scene.
Yeah, there is a mid-credit scene. There is not a post-credit scene. And does it set up another movie? Take a guess.
Yeah. By the way, if critics keep saying that it's visually stunning, the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack kicks, they can't use that on the poster because everyone's saying it.
Right.
Credit to that. You got to come up with something different.
Tron from Film Posers. Tron Ares is a good time combining mythos with technological advancements. There are nods to past projects while looking towards the future. Brilliant cast with stunning visual effects and a score I want injected into my veins.
I mean, I've seen the first two movies just recently, and to say that the story advances and that it's a bold new world. And do they remember the first two movies?
Yeah, the first movie is like delightful journey. It's got like the hero's journey. It's got, you know, lovable characters, and it's got, you know, Jeff Bridges sort of like sense of whimsy, his relationship with the bit. He meets Ram, and it's
and being
like
a user in that, what a user is in this world.
They explain like users and programs and the, you know, it had like a cause.
Yeah,
this is just unfocused. It sets up,
it's just action.
It's just action.
Good. Yeah,
with a thin story. Movie
it's
deaths,
porn basically.
It's Tron porn. Or Tron prawn. Prawn.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's right, prawn. Sorry, YouTube.
Yeah, you know what? Put that on the review. Prawn. That's my
Tron prawn.
That's Atomic Glory. Please remember that.
Yeah, can we make a hashtag out of this?
Make it Tron prawn.
Yeah, exactly.
It's in the header on the thumbnail. Okay, I actually had a great time with Tron Ares. I thought it was visually stunning. Why do I feel like I'm reading the same tweet over and over?
Exactly. Yeah, everyone can't say the same thing. That's not how marketing works.
The visually stunning with a brand. Get a thesaurus with a brand new world and a great fresh aesthetic.
Okay, that's new. Great fresh.
Score by Nine Inch Nails was out of this world. Greta Lee, Evan Peters, and Hassan Minaj.
Oh my God.
Hassan Minaj does nothing in this movie. We're all awesome.
He types.
But the standout for me was Arturo Castro as Seth. I love everything he was doing. He's like the sidekick to Greta Lee.
Yeah.
That said, I don't think Jared Leto or Gillian Anderson were the right choices for these particular roles. If you haven't seen the original Tron in a while, I definitely recommend going back and watching it again.
Well, definitely that.
He likes Arturo Castro, but doesn't.
I mean, talk about character development. Okay, we'll talk about it Wednesday.
Let's get into it Wednesday. Everything is just repeating. These are photos. Greetings, programs. Welcome to the world premiere of Tron Ares. Well, these are really good. It's the El Capitan. That's pretty cool. Look at that. People are dressed as Tron people. There's a Tron motorcycle. They've taken like ideas from Tron and kind of just reformed it into something new. So
I don't think I've ever seen them do that, but they took over the Chinese theater patio,
right,
for the premiere at the El Cap across the street.
Yeah, everything is wait, here's one.
Okay.
BJ Colangelo. I'm very conflicted about Tron Ares. A movie plays with all of the sci-fi tropes that tech bros learn all the wrong lessons from, and has some genuinely rad action sequences, but is bogged down by the charisma vacuum known as Jared Leto and some distracting ADR. Nine Inch Nail music rips. Who are these people?
Yeah, I mean, I'll give her that.
Well, only at Disney screenings do you see so much like, I'd say so many people wearing masks. There was an alarming number of people wearing masks. Like, are they cosplaying 2020, 5 years later? Producer, this is from Deadline. Producer Boys Noise post-premiere performance in Hollywood tonight for Tron Ares. Look at this.
That must be. I think that's in the parking lot.
This was in the parking lot.
Yeah.
This was the after party.
Today's Monday. Did Jimmy Kimmel have a show today?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe that's for the Kimmel show.
Look. Yeah.
Oh, we can get copyright.
Very. I have no idea. Okay.
Yeah. Why can't we do that on X but not on YouTube? Bart, Peacemaker season 2 era. Just as expected, already seeing a lot of praise and looking good. That Tron Ares is great as expected. Mainly what I've heard is the biggest thing is the visuals are awesome and you'd expect, and it's worth it in 3D. So think 3D IMAX is the way to go. Hopefully a pretty good opening weekend. It is plus in general, plays pretty good and ends a good amount of the end for the month. Glad people, I don't know.
What are you reading?
I have no idea what I'm reading.
This guy didn't see the movie. He's just commenting.
And the guy doesn't believe in commas or periods.
Here, we should end
what
here.
does this a-hole think?
Really looking forward to this one. This guy says this every time. What is this?
Oh, and then he has to take pictures of his tickets.
And then
did he take a picture of the popcorn he got?
No. Yeah, this was outside the AMC Burbank. So there you go.
And who's that tiny Asian guy in the bottom corner of that picture?
So and here we go. Let's in honor of Tron Ares, I want to bring up this incredible joke Jeff Bridges said during a roundtable a few years back that went over everyone's head. You know what? Let's watch this.
Yeah.
I'll start it at the beginning. I'm gonna turn up the sound. Here we go. Ready? Okay, listen for this joke.
So you played after you filmed it, or
I tried to play it. I can't play it.
okay?
What game is
It's
it?
called The Last of Us.
Is it out now?
Adapted it into
A few years ago, yeah.
Because I got sucked into a video.
Which one?
Tron.
Tron, of course.
Man,
one of the original video game adaptations.
Right, man.
That's great. You didn't even. Okay, that's good.
Okay,
that's
technically
good.
the video game came out after the movie and was inspired by the movie.
All right, let's go to
the video game movie.
Let's go to chat comments. We'll start with Soups here. Here we go.
Okay. Oops, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I hit. Why can't I find the button? Oh, here we go. Comments. All right.
200 Watt Studios.
200 Watt Studio for 5. Here's my pull quote. Toontown Tron with a soundtrack by 9 Inch Nails.
What are you doing? What are you doing? The
200 Watt Studio.
Starred at the very top.
Oh, sorry. He sent 2.
Read the screen.
I can't read the screen. I have to read the comments in the big lettered column here. 200 Watt Studio for 5. Were there any jokes about having no electric?
You're reading the wrong one. At the very top.
Super chats.
Am I wrong comparing this to a cartoon character finding themselves transferred into the human world story? You're not wrong. That is a totally fair comparison. Now read CN 7765.
Okay, for 10
€10. Thank you.
Did you hear about the jury member who gave the short Pomme d'Or to his own producer by telling other juror members he didn't like the other films? Then the winner gets the Helm Films. Any surprise? Gets to Helm. Then the winner gets Helm.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, I didn't hear that story. How about this one?
From 200 Watt Studio. Were there any jokes about having no electric car charging stations in the city?
There were not, but there should have been.
That would have
been. We're not. Thanks, 200.
Yeah. From Rudy for 2. So it's just a really long music video. It's not even that.
Yeah, well, I mean, there were a few moments where I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
No, but it's a true soundtrack. You know, it plays to the scene and they're not songs.
Here, try reading this again.
Oh, from 200 Watt Studio for 5. Thank you for that, by the way. Here's my pull quote. Toontown Tron with a soundtrack by 9 Inch Nails on the chalkboard.
I love it.
All right, Mercenary X21 for 2. Was that last one Chinese translated to English?
You got it right.
Yes. Although she's Korean. Uncle Jimmy. So are you saying don't see it in the on the biggest screen possible?
Well, thanks, Uncle Jimmy, for being a member. It just, I mean, after reading those, they become repetitive. Very
It would
repetitive.
probably play well in 3D, having not seen it in 3D. Nerd Report: Disney skips character depth for flashy effects, makes scripts weak so they can translate easy to China.
Well, they definitely had a diverse cast so they could hit all the quadrants.
I don't understand what they're teaching writers today in film school or in college, period. ADLS 24, is there any connection to Tron Legacy at all? Actually, there's really not.
Yeah. They almost seem like a separate adventure. There's there are more connections to the original Tron, quite a few.
Right.
Like a lot, in fact.
Like I said, the bad guy is defeated by nostalgia.
Yes.
But I mean, I saw Tron Legacy earlier today just to get caught up. And I can't think of a single connection between the two movies.
But there are multiple connections to the original Tron. Right. Multiple.
I would say the soundtrack is probably the only connection between the two. So
exactly. The soundtrack. So we're gonna leave it there, folks. We're gonna leave it there. The comments are repetitive and very similar in the positive, but everything that's critical, all the negative comments, were also pretty much complaining about the same thing.
Yeah. Do these people write tweets just to get quoted in commercials and posters and things like that,
or YouTube channels?
Yeah,
it's possible.
It just feels that's what it felt like reading these things.
All right, we will go into depth on our Wednesday show. We're gonna let people suss it out. They're gonna post their reviews tomorrow. We'll talk about it for sure. Anything else to say? Oh, yes.
Yeah, from Justin Martins for 5. Thank you for that. How was the Yes Queen girls performance?
I will not say that she's a misunderstood villain, but I think I'm going to say she's a misunderstood.
I mean, it's surprising that the villain would be a black woman. Dr. Jones for 199. Can Disney be saved? This is the end, my master.
Well, thank you, Dr. Jones. I don't think so. I think Disney is, as a company, I just can't make movies like they used to. Can't. There's like they cannot do it. Too many layers of corporate approval, too many check boxes of, whether it be DEI or HR getting involved in storytelling. This is just the downward spiral, continued downward spiral of the industry.
Yeah, I mean, you notice they won't shell out the money to hire good writers and good directors.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm just exhausted.
I know.
If anyone noticed, I am tired, folks. I've been up since early.
Yeah, and we had to see Tron.
Yeah. And I did a show earlier, and I'm like out of it. And then we were in a theater where I don't know what it is with AMC. Do they turn the air conditioning at full blast at these movies? Like, I feel sick.
I know. When I first walked in, I'm like, I'm freezing. I got to go back to the car and get.
Alan actually went back to his car to get a sweater. It was so cold in the theater. Mercenary X2 1 for 2. Tron 2.0 was the only good Tron movie sequel. That's right, the video game. And this movie has like a video game plot. Effectively. Thanks, Mercenary. But we're going to leave it there. Oh, wait.
No, we're not. Because Lean Back for 10 says, which band would you want to do the soundtrack for the Film Threat movie?
Wow. Oh, man.
To me, it's clearly the Jonas Brothers.
No, I don't think that's it. Well, I'm gonna look
You wouldn't
on
do that?
Spotify. I've been listening to what's it called? What this band I've been listening to? Slow Pulp. Slow Pulp. I really like that band.
Yeah. Or what about the Chicks? Or what do they call that? Are they called the Chicks now, or is it the Dixie Chicks?
I'm not sure. Emily
Okay.
Kruger, member for 1 month, says happy Monday. We'll leave it there with a happy Monday. Thank you for tuning in to us late night Film Threat After Dark. We'll be back on Wednesday with Hollywood on the Rocks. Friday, our normal review show. We'll talk Tron Ares spoiler talk. We'll also discuss other movies opening like Roof Man. Alan, are you excited for Roof Man?
I am actually excited for Roof Man. That feels like it's going to be one of the better movies of the year.
I have heard really good things. So, but in general, I would have to say that this is one of the worst years for movies I can even remember. Sure, there are some good films here and there, but even looking back last year, the fourth quarter of the year, there were really amazing films that came out. And Alan and I were talking today. Can we even put together a top 5 film? I can't do a top 10.
Yeah. I think I don't know if you guys remember, but 3 years ago, we did a top 5 because there weren't 10 movies that were good.
I think this year we'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
It'll be like a top 5, not a top 10.
I mean, look, The Wedding Banquet is on my top 5 right now. The Materialists are on
and
my
that
top.
was like okay. Materialist was okay.
Yeah. But what else am I going to put on that list?
All right,
Sinners and
folks.
Weapons. Yeah.
Yep. All right, folks. Thank you so much. See you on Wednesday. Alan?
Let's get out of here.